Hi fashion designer and welcome to my channel. Today I am going to be sewing a cargo skirt that I actually saw on Pinterest and I really fell in love with it. So I am going to share with you how to draft the skirt pattern and most importantly how to get a fitted waistband. So if you want to know how it's done, stay tuned. So I have a tutorial on how to draft a pencil skirt. So I will definitely post a link down on the description. So over here, I took my front panel for the pencil skirt and I'm going to just draft a zipper fly next to it. And the width of the zipper fly is actually 1.5 inches. And then once you're done drafting the zipper fly next to the front panel, just go ahead and cut out this piece. So in order to draft the skirt and also the waistband, take your back pattern and your front pattern pieces. And I'm just going to trim off the waist for the front. Then we're going to start with the waistband, and the width of my waistband is going to be 1.5 inches. I love this method so much because it actually assures your waistband to sit very nice and fitted around your waist. So before I cut out this piece, I'm definitely going to close down the dot, and please highlight that this piece is actually center front. And then once you're done cutting out your waistband, make sure you fix the dot. I'm going to take a new pattern paper and trace down this waistband, and then go ahead now and add the 1.5 inch of the zipper fly because this is the front side of the waistband. And then once you're done, you want to actually do the same method for the back waistband. I'm going to go ahead and mark 1.5 inch for the back panel, close the dot and cut out the piece. Also highlight that this back panel is going to be cut on fold. And then now it's time to mark a straight line from the dot leg all the way down. This is where we're going to cut and slash. So once you're done, close the dot down. And then you want to do the same process also for the back panel. You want to cut the line and then close down the dot. So I already have a tutorial on my channel on how to make this cargo pockets, and all the sent pieces, this is the band for the front. I added seam allowance except on the zipper fly, and for the back I added seam allowance except on the fold. So for the zipper fly I added 1 cm right on the side. So to create the side pockets, I took the front pattern and I'm going to mark 3 inches from the waist, and on the side it's going to be 6 inches long. So I'm going to connect these 2 points to create a side pocket. So over here I'm going to mark 3 inches from this point, and then I want my pocket to be a little bit deep because I love deep pockets. So the length of my pocket is going to be around 9 inches and the width is going to be 7 inches. Now you want to lay a piece of paper under this and then trace down the pocket lining first, and also trace on the side. I'm going to fold this piece away and then trace the pocket lining first. And then you want to go ahead now and trace out the pocket bag. And I'm going to trace the side seam and including the waistline also. Don't forget to transfer your notches. This is very important when you transfer your pattern onto your fabric. Now I'm just going to cut out this piece out, which is going to be later replaced by the pocket lining. And all my pattern pieces are complete. I added seam allowance, 1/2 inch seam allowance around this pattern, and they're going to be cut ×2 on fabric. Now these are all the pattern pieces. As you can see, the waistband, the pockets. I folded my fabric in half. Don't forget to add seam allowance around your pattern, especially on the waist, on this side, as you can see over here. And also here, it is the waistband for the back. I added seam allowance for the back pattern also, and it's going to be cut on fold. Now to assemble the pocket first, I am going to take the pocket bag, place it right sides facing with the skirt, and then sew the side seam. Once you're done, I am going to just cut out some one layer here to avoid anything, so that it shouldn't be thick on the machine. Take it to the sewing machine and sew a straight stitch right on top. And then now you want to take the pocket bag. You want to place it right sides facing with the pocket lining. This is the inside of the skirt. So you want to take the pocket bag right sides facing together. Make sure you match the notches also. And then pin this down and take it to the sewing machine and sew a 0.5 or half an inch seam allowance. And your pocket is almost complete. Go ahead and do a stitches here, right here on the side, and you are done with your pockets. For the zipper fly, I took one of the layers of the zipper fly and placed them right sides facing. I'm marking X so that you can see the sides. As you can see, I'm using fabric that is almost the same color. So right sides facing, I did join it half an inch seam allowance. Now I'm just cutting off a layer, and then I'm going to turn it the correct side and sew a straight stitch on top. Now once you are done, take the other front panel, place them right sides facing like this on the seam. And then what you want to do is to go ahead now and sew a straight stitch from the zipper fly end. Now once you're done doing this, you need to go ahead and attach your zip. I'm going to use a purple zip. I know it's not matching at all, but it won't show. So I place the zip right sides facing, and I'm going to sew the left side of the zip over here. And then once you were done, you want to flip the zip in like so. And I took my zipper fly pattern and I'm just going to trace. I just want that shape. And then I am going to take it to the sewing machine and follow this line. And now we need to attach the zip onto the other side of the front panel. I am going to place it right sides facing. And then right here, I'm going to go ahead and pin it down, and you want your stitch to start from where the seam is on the crotch. Right here, you want to start from here and then going all the way up. And now your zip is attached. I like to attach my zipper guard, so I took another piece of the zipper fly and I'm going to attach it right here at the back, where there is a seam already, and I'm going to sew it down by 0.5 inch seam. And this is how it turned out. I'm going to take the front and the back panel, place them right sides facing, and then I'm going to join them right here on the side seam by 0.5 seam allowance. I already have a tutorial on my channel on how to draft and sew the cargo pocket. So I'm going to place it here 4.5 inches away from the side pockets, and then I'm going to sew it down. Now I went ahead and I took one layer of the waistband and I attached a facing on it. And I'm going to place them right sides facing and sew half an inch seam allowance. And then even the lining, I'm going to do the same thing. Now once you are done, you're going to take these 2 layers, place them right sides facing, and sew right here on top. Now once you're done doing that, you want to push the seam towards the lining and do a top stitch. And then when you're done, go ahead and press iron this down. To attach the waistband, I'm going to mark the center point of the skirt, including the waistband, and attach it. Now once you're done pinning this down, sew around it by 1/2 inch seam, then push the seam towards up towards the waistband, and then over here again fold them right sides facing like this, and then sew in 1/2 inch seam allowance here on the side. And this is how the waistband will look. Now to finish off the waistband, we want to go ahead now and fold the lining in, and I'm going to pin it down to join the lining. And then I'm going to take this to the sewing machine and sew right in between the seam, making sure that the lining is actually sewn as you attach or as you sew in between the seam. So once you're done, this is how the skirt will look on the inside, including the outside. Also, the seams are not showing. So now it's time to attach the button. I'm going to attach a button right over here on the waistband, and then go ahead and hem the bottom of the hem. I'm first going to hem 1/2 inch, and then go ahead and hem another 1/2 inch. And there we go. The skirt is coming. Oh my god, I'm really loving this skirt. The feel of this. I use the corduroy material, and this is how it looks in the front. I hope you enjoy making this project as much as I did. So see you on the next one.